Hello traders, in this video we're going to go over my small cap market open trading plan results so far after 69 out of 100 trades. We want to take 100 trades before we can say this thing is profitable and ready to take full position size. So this is the plan. This is a little piece of the plan. If you want the whole thing, and also want to point out I did make this addition to the kind of routine, the daily routine. Check the hotkey settings. If you watch my video from Friday's day trade recap, you'll know exactly what that's about. Very important step to just add to the routine every day. So the trading plan is available on patreon.com/tradingarmor if you're interested. It is at the battle plans tier level. So if you join at that tier level, you get access to everything. I have trading calculators, trading plans, spreadsheets, even live trading videos, full length, unedited, that I don't post on YouTube. And I walk you through step by step every single thing that I'm doing during those trades. So here is the spreadsheet. I know it looks crazy. It's a lot to absorb, a lot to look at, but there really is no shortcuts to tracking your trades. If you just track the P&L that you're making every single week or every day or month by month, I think that data is pretty much useless because you don't really know if what you're doing is going to work in the long run because you're probably not doing the same thing every day. So every single trade that you see on this spreadsheet is taken with the exact same setup. You see this ABCD, BHOD, that means break of the high of day. So there's a little more detail to that. I go into that in the plan and all that, but just look at the setup on every single trade. So I take a maximum of 3 trades each day, and they're all on the same ticker symbol each day. So from day to day, the ticker symbol may change, but it's all based on very specific screener criteria. So I look at my small cap screener. If the ticker symbol meets the screener criteria, then I check the daily chart criteria, see if that's met. If that's met, then I pull it up on my 1-minute chart and I wait for the whole setup to play out. If the setup plays out and I get triggered to take the entry, I take it no matter what. And then I just track the results. So the results, I think, are pretty compelling and interesting so far. We've taken 69 trades, and what we've learned, now there's a big space in here. If you're not familiar with my previous videos, you know, or if you are, you would know that I had to take a big break for practicing or studying for my board exam. So that's what that's about. But I think it makes this data that much more meaningful because you're seeing it over a longer period of time. And then when I came back from trading, the small cap market is pretty much dead. So all of the white space, well, I need to clean this chart up quite a bit because there are definitely some days here where I just haven't been able to trade. Usually I can trade 2 to 3 days a week right now, and that's all. So it's going to take longer to complete this test, but again, I think the data is more meaningful because we're going to see it take place during more changing markets, basically. So let's talk about the results. So 69 trades so far. We're trading 2R, all or nothing. That means that whatever our risk is, our profit target is twice that. And that's just for now. And the long term, once we finish this test, it looks like for sure we're going to be holding till 3R on every trade because our data tells us to do that. And I'll explain that as well. But what you need to know about 2R, all or nothing trading, is that the break-even win rate is 33%. Anything above that is profitable. So you can see that our win percentage with errors and everything is at about 35%. So it's just slightly profitable. We're only up 2R. So it's arguably just break even because 2 losing trades would make us break even. But here's where the really interesting thing is, if we would have held every single trade to 3R, which I'm tracking, I'm looking at, okay, if I would have stayed in this trade until it hit the 3R profit target, would it have worked? And I'm tracking that, and we would be up 13 times our risk at this point. Now that's including trade number 1, which our first entry is a losing trade at this moment. So it only wins 25% of the time. So if we remove that trade, then it gets even more compelling because without trade number 1, the 2R win rate is 10R versus 2R. Without trade number 1, the 3R win rate is 15R, which is 50% more reward than the 2R win rate. So, and that's actually what it is anyway when you go from 2R to 3R. So that's kind of interesting. But anyway, I think the results are very compelling. Yes, I haven't proved this with full position size yet, but I am testing this with real money, real trades, using my hotkeys. This is not paper trading. It's one single share. Why one single share? Because we haven't proven it yet. So why would I go full position size until it's proven? That's called gambling. So anyway, that's where we are right now. Again, I'm really happy with the results of this plan so far, and I find it very repeatable. I mean, it's been 69 trades. The data hasn't really swayed that much from, say, the average. We've been around break even, little above, little below with the 2R for quite a long time. The 13R has remained, just kind of growing, I guess, in the amount of reward. And these numbers here have been pretty consistent. Trade number 2 has been right around 50% for a long time now. Trade number 1 has been around 25% for a long time now. So all of these numbers are staying very steady now that we've gotten quite far in this test. I still want to do 31 more trades before we move on to full position size, and I'll explain what that is when we get there. So anyway, hopefully this video is helpful to you. The main message that I want to get across in all of my trading videos is that you should be trading with a plan, whether it's my plan, someone else's plan, or a plan that you come up with, which is ideal, but not always easy to do if you're a brand new trader. But believe it or not, I think it's better to have a bad plan that you get used to following and you learn how to stick to it and develop the discipline of sticking to it than it is to just trade someone else's plan or something, do something random. And if you take 100 trades with a trading plan you came up with that doesn't work, well, at the end of those 100 trades, you're going to know a lot about why it didn't work and you'll be able to adjust it. That's the reason why you want to trade with just one single share, so that you could take 100 trades with a plan that may not work and still be able to bounce back and still trade after that 100 trade period. So other than that, I think I've covered everything. Always go into every single trade with a plan, stick to that plan no matter what. Always take your stop losses, honor your profit target, and in the long run, you should be green. Take care.